Have you ever wondered why vaping has become so popular among Gen Z? Vaping, a practice that involves the inhalation of vaporized liquid containing nicotine, has exploded in popularity in recent years, particularly among the younger generation. It's a phenomenon that swept across the globe, with vape shops popping up on every corner and social media feeds filled with clouds of vapor. Vaping is often perceived as a safer alternative to traditional smoking, and its trendy, tech-savvy appeal has resonated with the digital natives of Gen Z. The allure of flavored e-liquids, from sweet berry blasts to cool mint refreshers, has undoubtedly played a part in this surge of popularity. However, it's not just about the flavors or the perceived safety. Vaping has become a cultural symbol, a statement of identity for many young people. It's a part of the modern youth culture, a sign of rebellion, freedom, and individuality. But how did we get here? Let's journey back in time to the birth of vaping. To understand the current trend, we must first discover its roots. In the mid-20th century, the smoking of traditional cigarettes was a widespread habit, glamorized by Hollywood and embedded in society. However, the health consequences of smoking were becoming increasingly apparent, and a solution was needed. Enter Herbert A. Gilbert, a Korean War veteran and inventor who, in 1963, patented the world's first electronic cigarette. Gilbert's invention was a smokeless, non-tobacco cigarette, a device that heated a nicotine solution, creating a steam that could be inhaled. His goal was to provide a safer and healthier alternative to traditional smoking, hoping to help wean people off their addiction. Unfortunately, Gilbert's invention was ahead of its time. The world wasn't ready to let go of traditional smoking, and the patent eventually expired without any commercial success. Fast forward to the early 2000s, and a Chinese pharmacist named Hon Lik would become the catalyst for the vaping revolution. He too was looking for a safer alternative to smoking, driven by personal tragedy when his father, a heavy smoker, died of lung cancer. Hon Lik's e-cigarette used an ultrasonic emitter to vaporize a nicotine-laced liquid, paving the way for the modern vaping devices we see today. In 2003, Hon Lik's e-cigarette hit the Chinese market. Initially, it was met with skepticism, but as the public became more aware of the health risks associated with smoking, the e-cigarette began to gain traction. By 2007, vaping devices were being sold in the United States and Europe. The rest, as they say, is history. The early vaping devices were large and cumbersome, not unlike a traditional cigar in size. But as technology advanced, they became smaller, sleeker, and more accessible. New flavors were introduced, and vaping was marketed as a trendy, healthier alternative to smoking. From the invention of Herbert A. Gilbert to the innovations of Hon Lik, the journey of vaping is a tale of perseverance, innovation, and societal change. The initial purpose was to create a healthier alternative to smoking, but the result was something much bigger. From a niche market to a global phenomenon, the rise of vaping was swift and impactful. As with many trends, vaping didn't explode overnight. Vaping's rise to prominence was a slow burn, a culmination of technological advancements, shrewd marketing, and societal acceptance. It all started in the early 2000s when the first e-cigarette was patented. This marked a significant stride in technology and laid the groundwork for the vaping phenomenon. The first e-cigarettes were clunky, expensive, and not particularly user-friendly. However, as technology continued to advance, so too did the vaping devices. They became smaller, more efficient, and more affordable, making them accessible to a wider audience. But technological advancements alone didn't propel vaping into the mainstream. The marketing strategies employed by vaping companies played a significant role. These companies positioned vaping as a healthier alternative to traditional smoking, an attractive proposition for smokers looking to quit. They also employed sleek designs and a variety of flavors which appealed to a younger demographic. At the same time, societal acceptance of vaping started to shift. While initially met with skepticism, vaping slowly began to shed its taboo status. Celebrities were spotted vaping, and it was featured in movies and television shows. As more people started to vape, it became more normalized, further fueling its popularity. However, it wasn't all smooth sailing. The rise of vaping also sparked debates about its health implications. Critics argued that vaping companies were targeting young people, and there were concerns about the long-term health effects of vaping. These debates continue to this day, underscoring the complexity of the vaping phenomenon. Despite these challenges, vaping continued to gain momentum. Today, it's not uncommon to see vape shops on high streets or people vaping in public spaces. From its humble beginnings to its current status, the journey of vaping is a testament to the power of innovation, marketing, and societal change. And so vaping found its way into the mainstream, becoming a staple of modern culture. But why has vaping particularly taken off among Gen Z? A question that's been reverberating in the minds of many. The answer is multifaceted, with interlocking factors contributing to the rise of this trend within the youngest generation. Firstly, marketing plays a significant role. Vape manufacturers have been adept at promoting their products as a cool, modern, and healthier alternative to traditional cigarettes. They've leveraged social media platforms, where Gen Z spends a substantial amount of their time, to advertise their products. These advertisements, often featuring vibrant colors, sleek designs, and youthful models, have been successful in capturing the attention of this demographic. Secondly, the perception of vaping as a safer alternative to smoking is another factor. The narrative that vaping is a healthier option, while misleading, has seeped into the consciousness of Gen Z. This notion, combined with the appeal of flavors like mango, mint, and creme brulee, makes vaping seem more like a harmless pastime rather than a potential health risk. Lastly, we can't overlook the influence of peer pressure. As with any generation, the desire to fit in and be part of the in crowd is powerful. When friends start vaping, it's not uncommon for others to follow suit, creating a ripple effect. What's more, the discreet nature of vapes, which can be easily concealed and don't leave a lingering smell like cigarettes, adds to their allure for Gen Z. This allows them to vape without drawing much attention, making it an even more appealing choice. Despite these factors, it's crucial to remember that vaping is not without its risks. While it's perceived as a safer alternative to traditional cigarettes, it's far from harmless. The long-term effects of vaping are still largely unknown, and early studies suggest potential harm to the lungs and heart. Yet, as with any trend, there are risks and consequences. As we move forward, it's crucial that we continue to educate Gen Z about the potential dangers of vaping, helping them to make informed decisions about their health. While vaping may be popular, it is not without its dangers. As we delve deeper into the world of vaping, it's crucial to address the elephant in the room: the health risks associated with this habit. Vaping, despite its modern and trendy image, carries a number of potential dangers that could have lasting impacts on users. First and foremost, we need to talk about nicotine. Many vape liquids contain this highly addictive substance which can have profound effects on the brain. For young people whose brains are still developing, nicotine can alter the course of brain development, leading to lasting cognitive and behavioral impairments. What's more, nicotine addiction is not a mere inconvenience. It's a serious condition that can lead to a host of health problems, including heart disease, lung disease, and even cancer. And let's not forget that nicotine withdrawal can cause anxiety, irritability, and intense cravings, making it exceedingly difficult for users to quit once they're hooked. Beyond nicotine, vape liquids also contain a cocktail of other chemicals that may pose health risks. Propylene glycol and vegetable glycerin, common ingredients in vape juice, are known to produce potentially harmful byproducts when heated. Plus, many vape liquids contain flavorings that, while approved for ingestion, have not been tested for safety when inhaled into the lungs. The controversy and debates surrounding vaping are far from settled. Critics argue that the vaping industry has been allowed to grow unchecked without sufficient regulation to protect consumers. On the other hand, proponents of vaping contend that it is a safer alternative to traditional tobacco products. But here's the rub: safer does not mean safe. Even if vaping is less harmful than smoking, it still poses significant health risks. Moreover, the long-term effects of vaping are still largely unknown, as e-cigarettes have only been on the market for a relatively short period of time. The allure of vaping is undeniable, but so are its potential hazards. It's important for us to approach this phenomenon with a healthy dose of skepticism and caution, always keeping in mind the potential risks that come with the vapor. So where does vaping go from here? As we gaze into the crystal ball of future trends, it's clear that vaping technology will continue to evolve. New devices with advanced features and improved safety mechanisms are likely to emerge, aiming to enhance the user experience while mitigating health risks. On the legal front, we foresee a tidal wave of regulation on the horizon. As governments across the globe grapple with the challenge of balancing public health with individual liberties, the vaping landscape is destined to transform. Public opinion, too, is a potent force that could shape vaping's future. As more research unfolds about the risks and benefits of vaping, perception and acceptance could swing dramatically in either direction. In the end, it's a dynamic dance between innovation, regulation, and public sentiment. Whether you're a vapor or not, the impact of vaping on our culture is indisputable, and its future remains a fascinating topic to ponder.